CHD is the most common birth defect, and I think that's new news to most people.
There's not as much research to go to CHD as there is to childhood cancer, yet the statistics are astounding. Like, it's just scary.
I think the hardest part of congenital heart disease for families is they have to wrap their mind around a whole nother type of heart disease. This isn't the heart disease they think of in grandma or grandpa.
It was like I was thrown into a foreign country and I didn't know their language.
But they continue to have ongoing issues throughout their life.
But there's a lot of stuff that I can do because of my condition. I can be my normal self and be a normal kid because the normal self is a normal kid.
My motivation personally is obviously my daughter first. It's my daughter first, my family that is being impacted by CHD. We had a girl, Piper, who was born 14 years ago with transposition of the great arteries and several VSDs, which are holes in the heart. So we had surgery at Children's Hospital, Colorado, 14 years ago, and it was really kind of a nightmare. We didn't know before we gave birth that she had a congenital heart disease or defect.
I realized in my role as a pediatric cardiologist and as a chief was that we had several deficits in our field, that we were not preparing families well enough before surgery.
We're trying to make it easy for these parents and families to make decisions. And when you're in this crisis mode of you get thrown into CHD, you don't even remember what time of day it is, you don't even remember if you took a shower. Forget about asking what your outcomes are for a particular surgery.
Having this tool to give me some ideas about what I needed to ask and what was appropriate questions, it was very empowering for me.
The Pediatric Congenital Heart Association is a wonderful organization because it's a national organization that seeks to improve advocacy and awareness.
We're also very fortunate the PCHA has chosen to be an advocate on a national level. You know, they're going out and talking to our senators and our House representatives and trying to make sure that medical care is going to be the best it can be for children with congenital heart disease. And that allows us as doctors to do our best without having to worry so much about all the political stuff that really isn't in our strengths and really isn't in our field of comfort.
We're patients, families, and parents. That's where we want to stay, and have your voice be heard from a national level and a local level and at your hospital, I think is pretty rare. And we just want to give parents the understanding, like, there are people out there that have been through this. There's a lot of great providers and doctors and hospitals. Sometimes you don't know where those people are and those hospitals and providers are. We want to help give that education to those people.
Give hope to other kids like me.
Over 80% of the money that are raised from PCHA events across the country go directly to our programs, like the transparency, the guided questions, the care package programs that we do. All those goes directly to those families and patients and parents that need that direct support.
The biggest way people could help is obviously by donating their time. So if you're willing to give your time to this organization, they will help you be an advocate and they will help you make a real impact in the lives of children. But donating money, donating in any way that you feel is comfortable, in any way that fits for you, obviously allows the PCHA to continue their mission and continue to help as many children as possible.
The money that's raised for these fundraising events that we hold, including the galas across the country, a lot of them go to the care bag programs that we're doing. They fund the transparency summits that we're doing. We're bringing together people. We're funding actually patients and families to come to these summits and to put a voice out there, which they've never really had before.
I'm conquering CHD.